Have you ever looked at your friend's life and thought, wow, they have it all? A perfect husband, a beautiful home, a life that seems blessed beyond measure. It's easy to feel a pang of jealousy, to wish for just a piece of that perfection. But what if that picture-perfect life is just a carefully painted illusion? Today I want to share a powerful Ugandan story, a tale of two friends that serves as a timeless lesson for all of us. This is the story of Linda and Acom, two women who grew up in the same small village, their bond as tight as sisters. They shared everything: secrets, dreams, and the simple joys of life. Linda was known for her radiant smile and gentle spirit. She married a handsome, successful man named Okello, and to everyone in the village, their life looked like a fairy tale. They lived in the biggest house, drove a fine car, and Linda always wore the most beautiful fabrics. People whispered about how lucky she was, how the heavens had smiled upon her. Acom, on the other hand, felt like she was always living in Linda's shadow. Her own life was modest, filled with hard work and little fanfare. She loved Linda dearly, but as the years went by, a seed of envy began to sprout in her heart. Every time she saw Linda and Okello together, laughing and looking so happy, that seed grew a little bigger. Why did Linda get everything? Why was her own life so plain in comparison? The jealousy started as a whisper in her mind, but soon it became a roaring fire, consuming all her love and reason. She would visit Linda, and her friend would welcome her with open arms, sharing food, gifts, and laughter. But Acom couldn't see the love anymore. All she saw was what she didn't have. She saw the expensive furniture and thought, this should be mine. She saw Okello's charming smile towards his wife and thought, he should be looking at me that way. The envy twisted her perception until her best friend's happiness felt like a personal insult. One day, the jealousy became too much to bear. Acom heard whispers in the market about a powerful witch doctor who lived deep in the forest, a man who could grant any wish for a price. Desperate to change her fate, Acom made the treacherous journey. Under the shroud of darkness, she found his hut. She poured out her heart, her voice dripping with bitterness. I want Linda's life, she declared. I want her husband, her home, her luck. I want to be her. The witch doctor listened, his eyes gleaming in the firelight. He gave her a small, dark charm, a piece of carved wood tied with a strange red string. Do as I say, he instructed, and everything you desire will be yours. Place this under her bed, and her husband's heart will turn to you. Her fortunes will become your own. The price was steep, but Acom didn't care. She was ready to sacrifice anything to escape her own life and step into Linda's. Filled with a dark determination, she waited for her chance. The next time Linda invited her over, Acom's heart pounded in her chest. While Linda was busy in the kitchen preparing a feast for her, Acom slipped into the bedroom, her hands trembling as she hid the charm beneath the grand bed. As she left the room, a wave of guilt washed over her, but she pushed it down, picturing the life that would soon be hers. The change was almost immediate. Within a week, Okello, who had always been polite but distant, started paying Acom special attention. He would find excuses to talk to her, his eyes lingering on her in a way that made her skin tingle. At the same time, his kindness towards Linda vanished. He became cold, critical, and distant. Linda was heartbroken and confused. She couldn't understand what she had done wrong. She cried to Acom, her supposed best friend, seeking comfort. Acom would hold her, feigning sympathy, while her heart danced with a wicked glee. It was working. The charm was more powerful than she could have imagined. Soon, Okello publicly declared his love for Acom and threw a distraught Linda out of their home. The village was in shock. How could this happen? But Acom didn't care what they thought. She had won. She moved into the big house, wore Linda's beautiful clothes, and became Mrs. Okello. She had Linda's life. At first, it was everything she had dreamed of: the luxury, the status, the man she had coveted for so long. She felt like a queen. But the fairy tale quickly unraveled to reveal a terrifying nightmare. The charm didn't just give her Linda's husband, it gave her Linda's entire reality, the one no one else saw. The charming, successful Okello that the world knew was a mask. Behind closed doors, he was a monster. First time he raised his voice, Acom was startled. First time his hand struck her face, she was shocked into a cold, terrifying silence. This was Linda's hidden hell. The beautiful fabrics were to cover bruises. The long trips away from the village were to hide her swollen face. The radiant smile was a brave shield to protect her family from the shame and to protect herself from the questions. Okello's abuse was relentless, physical, emotional, and psychological. He controlled every aspect of her life, isolating her from the world. Acom was now the prisoner in the beautiful house she once envied. She lived in constant fear. The laughter she had once coveted was replaced by the sound of her own sobs. The wealth and status meant nothing when she was locked away, nursing her wounds and her shattered spirit. She remembered Linda's gentle tears and realized they were not tears of weakness, but of immense pain and strength. Linda hadn't been lucky. She had been a survivor, silently enduring a torment Acom couldn't have fathomed. The weight of her betrayal and her new reality became unbearable. One night, after a particularly brutal beating, Acom knew she couldn't take it anymore. She had to find Linda. She had to beg for forgiveness. She escaped the house, her body aching, and ran through the village, not to her old, modest home, but to the small hut at the edge of the village where she knew Linda was now staying with her parents. She found Linda sitting outside, weaving a basket. Her face was no longer shielded by a fake smile. There were lines of sadness, yes, but also a quiet strength, a peace that Acom had never seen in her before. Acom fell to her knees, weeping, confessing everything: the jealousy, the witch doctor, the charm. She showed Linda her bruises, the proof of the life she had stolen. Linda looked at Acom, her former best friend, now a broken woman. She could have turned her away. She could have savored the moment of righteous justice, but that was not Linda's heart. Seeing Acom's suffering, she felt a profound sadness, not for herself, but for the friend she had lost to such a dark poison. She helped Acom to her feet, took her inside, and tended to her wounds, just as she had once tended to her own in secret. In that small, humble hut, true sisterhood was reborn. Linda had every right to hate Acom, but she chose compassion. She chose forgiveness. Together, they went to the village elders and revealed Okello's true nature. Armed with Acom's testimony, the community could no longer ignore the rumors. Okello was finally held accountable for his cruelty. Acom's journey was a painful one, but it taught her the most important lesson of her life. The grass is not always greener on the other side. In fact, sometimes the greenest-looking grass is covering the deepest mud. She learned that jealousy is a poison that only harms the one who drinks it. And Linda, through her incredible capacity for forgiveness, taught everyone the meaning of true strength and grace. This story is a powerful reminder to all of us. When you look at someone's life on social media or from a distance, remember, you are only seeing the highlight reel. You don't see the struggles, the secret tears, or the hidden battles. Coveting what someone else has is a path to misery, because you can never know the full story, the price they might be paying for their perfect life. Instead, let's learn to practice gratitude for our own blessings, no matter how small they may seem. Let's champion our friends, celebrate their successes without comparison, and offer a shoulder to cry on without judgment. True friendship, true sisterhood isn't about having the same things. It's about supporting each other through every season of life, the good and the bad. Let's choose compassion over comparison and gratitude over envy. Thank you so much for listening to this story with me today. If it resonated with you, please share it with someone who might need to hear it. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more stories that make us think and grow. See you in the next one.